What's happening, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Eyes, and today we've got a double episode of This Old Lax Head. So for you guys that haven't seen it, This Old Lax Head is an episode where, or a series where I take an older head and try and redo it and make it look brand new again. So we have two of our newest employees, Buddy Sticks here, who they wanted me to redo a little bit for them. So the first one is an old school STX Bionic with a factory strung hard mesh pocket in it. It's not looking so good, definitely needs some help, and it's not good for any player using a pocket like this, unless a beginner or someone trying to learn. It's on an old school STX Titanium. I used to have one of these, I think the second model after this one, but this shaft is solid. It feels like you would not want to take a cross check or a slap check from this shaft, because you can really, between the Bionic, which is a heavy head, and the full titanium, older STX Titanium, this thing is beefy. So actually a really nice shaft. So looking forward to redoing this Bionic, because I actually really like the Bionic as a head. It doesn't have a bad face shape considering how old it is. So the next one is one of the original, I believe, STX K18. So this is one of the original Kyle Harrison heads. I can't remember if it's the first or the second K18 generation, but it's one of them. And so it actually resembles the Proton Power in a lot of ways. The face shape is very similar, the throat's very similar, the sidewall holes are very similar. So this head should actually string up really nice, and so it's actually not offset. So what it's on is this STX crankshaft 10 degree. So the shaft itself actually angles down at the bottom to give you that offset feel without having an offset head. So it's gonna be really fun redoing this one. So I'll do them both up. I got some colorways picked out for them and show you guys when they're done. Alright guys, so we got the two heads all strung up. First we'll cover the Bionic on the STX Titanium. So for this one, it's actually a head that I don't mind too much. Few sidewall holes, but it's very, very old, and has a great face shape. And I was trying to think, and I think this head may actually qualify for X-Spec. I'd have to measure it, but it looks very similar in face shape to some X-Spec heads. So it actually has a pretty nice high tight pinch with a pretty aggressive flare. So for a head this old, the face shape is great, made it relatively easy to string despite the few sidewall holes. It's got the classic cutout STX top up here. So I strung it up with 15mm South Beach East Coast mesh, white all the way around, top string, shooters, sidewall, and bottom string. And so this is for a player that's a bit of a beginner. We got 2 straights and 1 3-diamond U, and the pocket sits kind of mid-low, and it has just a really smooth release. Not a ton of hold, but definitely enough hold, but it's going to throw true, accurate, and consistent every time, which I felt like was the most important. So overall, the transformation was awesome. It started with really thick, horrible hard mesh and a really poor stringing, and so now he's got a nice pocket. It's going to be able to cradle well and hold well. It's going to have a really consistent release, which is something that it lacked before. So I think we'll be really happy with it. And now we got the STX K18 head, which turned out just awesome. So this kind of string was inspired by what Joe Walters uses in a Proton Power, what he used to use. So I did Kelly green and black stringing, black top string, black sidewalls, Kelly green bottom string, and black and white striker shooting strings in 3 straight that's dropped down the row from NCAA spec. The head strung up pretty well. It has similar sidewall holes to the Proton Power, except they're doubled up the way STX used to do their sidewalls on the Excalibur and some other ones where it has 2, 2, 2 instead of spreading them out evenly, which isn't terrific for stringing, and that's probably the reason why they did away with it. So it's got the Kelly green fade, 15mm with the black to offset it, and the white head looks terrific, and the pocket is really mid-low, and the channel in this turned out really nice because it is a Proton Power face shape, so it's nice and tight. So this head's going to have a ton of hold, a really smooth release off those 3 straights. It's going to come out nice and smooth, and so I think this was my favorite out of the two, but I do love the South Beach and all white string combination. I've done that a ton of times. So thanks for watching, guys. I feel like this old head, or this old lax head makeover, came out pretty good, even though these were pretty simple. The next one I'll probably have to dye just to make it a little bit crazier, but still fun. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more streaming videos and tutorials like this if you liked it, and have a great day.